We're now concluding 2006. I'm just going to show you some of these images really quick. This is another candid photo of Gino, and he's singing to women, and women are dogs. So you got a Dalmatian here, Poodle here, um, Cocker Spaniel, and a Great Dane. I never finished this one, so whatever. I didn't finish it. Some stuff I get passionate about art. Sometimes I see something, but if it feels like I'm just doing it over and over again, I kind of get bored really quick. That's the problem with artists. We can get bored really quick. Now, this was the cover to the Gino comic that I showed yesterday. I could not find the original. I know I have it somewhere, but I don't like looking for things. That's the one thing I hate doing. Artists such as me, we're disorganized motherfuckers, so we're going to be disorganized. We're going to put things scattered about, especially old things. So I could not find it. In here is Gino, and his hands are like a clock. So you have Gina here, you have Huicho, you have Grandma, you have the police that arrest Gino, Gino's mind, music. These two here are Gino's parents, and there's the bum that rescues Gino, and these are Gino's sisters. Here's another sort of a repeat of before of the panels from Gino's comic book. Gino's sisters. There's Gina that he met at the Halloween party. This one I made on glossy paper, like kind of like the kind you put pictures in picture frames. And this one has all the characters. I used myself as a profile. So it's us in front of like what looks like East LA College as a backdrop. And so it's supposed to look like a real photograph. I did the best I could with that. Here is the Outcasters diary that I never finished. It has the Outcasters and the Angels of New Day. Now that's Tulip here, and Syllabone, and Zether, and Io, and Kaleido, along with the main five, Drake, Rye, Gino, Rosemary, and Jorge. This one I liked. I'm very fond of this image. It's basically the five characters. They're ghosts. So they're ghosts. Their holographic images are talking to the angels of New Day. So here we have Zether, and Io, and Syllabone, and Tulip, and Kaleido. And here are the five, as you know them well. And it's okay. I feel it's a little bit dated, but I did this one to show the generation gaps of characters. Got people honking the horn outside for some buttfuck reason. And here we have the Outcasters again. I like the colors here. The colors are still nice. I use Sharpie. Illustrates Drake, Rye, Gino, Rosemary, and Jorge, the Outcasters, in a much more honest shot. Here we have the insects buzzing around Gino. Rosemary is still empowered. And, so I mean, it's like there's, how do I say this? It gets better and better with more detail and more character development. And here are the characters. They never met, right? So Drake, Gino, and Jorge, and Rosemary, and Rye, they never met yet. But this is what they used to look like as kids. So this was just for fun. Here is, now this is going to be relevant to, one moment. I had to take a small water break. You need to drink water before you're talking on YouTube. That's a sort of a hidden rule. Now, this is relevant to Grim Planet, a book I wrote and unofficially published. It's out there if people want a copy. Grim Planet I wrote in 2016. But the genesis of Grim Planet starts here with Jerry the Reaper. Now, Jerry is loosely based on my cousin Gabriel, okay? And we've got these thugs. Some of them are based on people I've met. Some of them are based on, like, pictures I've drawn of thugs. So, you've seen guys that look like this and this guy. Anybody who's lived in East Los Angeles, Maywood, Linwood, Boyle Heights, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. You've seen guys like this. You've met these people, right? All bad and shit. I'm all badass and shit. So yeah, this is like a gang sign of the skull, Los Grenios, LCS. So I made that up based on stuff I actually saw in real life because I lived out here for 4 decades. So yeah, you know, I know what the fuck I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about. But this was Jerry's life before he became the Reaper, a monster who decided to destroy the entire planet with an alien from another planet. So he went from semi non-fictional real life street gang life to science fiction. And how did that happen? That's Grim Planet. I'll tell you about that later. You're going to like that one. And what does Jerry represent? Jerry represents the anti-establishment, the end of the world. One middle finger to the world. Like, I don't care. We'll get to that later. Now, this one here is Kamau. This is the son of Oyeya Wambui. I think I've explained this one a little bit in 2004 or 2005. Kamau does not, he uses sign language, so he does not speak, he cannot hear. And he's dressed in this extreme football player's uniform. I'll try to get a little closer. So we have his metal skull, a helmet. We have his, blue gas flame shoulder pads here, and a hammer, elbow, and all this stuff. So it's just another character I added detail to. Here's Kamau again in pencil form. Here is Gino again. So let's go ahead with slideshow, and I'll just, wrap this up. So with all these characters, I'll tell you so much about what I was feeling when as I was going to write the Outcasters Drake in 2007. I had all these characters. I had Drake, Rye, Gino, Rosemary, and Jorge, the Outcasters. I had Jerry the Reaper, Drake's evil cousin. I had Missy, or Little Miss Valentine. I had the Circus Freaks. I had characters like Kris Kringle Clarity, who was a 13-year-old junior Klansman of a Ku Klux Klan. I had Marcus Navarre, who was a leader of like a Black Panther gang. I had a Nazi war criminal, Rudy Hesper, like Rudy Hess. I had, Cesar Cruz, the Latino like carjacker, street gang. I had street gangsters. I had Klansmen. I had football players of all colors. I had Laura Schaefer of the Pink Society, Feminazis, about women being right and men being wrong. I had aliens from another planet. I had so many characters that I felt that I saved up enough money, and I decided to publish my first book. And that's what next week will be about. I will go over how do I say this? I will go over I think I'm going to do this in 3 parts. I'll show you the computer, and then I'm going to show you the book, and then I'll show you the art in more detail. But for now, I'm just showing you all this stuff. All these things that I've been doing has been leading up to the book, because by this time, I'm coming up with a book that has all these characters and ideas. And the idea was to take Drake and give him his point of view and how he meets all these different people and how his life goes from one of almost real life nonfiction to one of, meeting these different people, meeting an alien from another planet, having the alien cause destruction and post-apocalypse, and how to fix things and how to create a utopia of some kind. So that's what all that is. And my idea was to create books that had perspectives from every character, but it didn't go through. I wasn't able to really do that, and I lost interest anyway. So Maestro Drake is going to be signing out now, and be kind, be cruel, but be you. And I will have a much better presentation next week.